Hi class, this is Dr. Karsten, and today as part of our math work we are going to be doing the Tasty Treats worksheet. And in this worksheet you can see that we have a bunch of tasty treats such as pizza and muffins and pies and sandwiches, and there's a few more underneath, that we are going to be representing both as mixed numbers and as fractions greater than 1. And here you can see I did the first one for you. And I want to just really quickly explain to you how I got this so that you understand what you are supposed to be doing with this. So first of all, let's take a look at the instructions. It says write a mixed number and a fraction greater than 1 for each treat. So let's go to the pizza and let's take a look. So in order to write the mixed number, the first thing I have to do is I have to determine or figure out how many whole pizzas I have. A mixed number is a whole number and a fraction put together. So let's first figure out the whole number. So if I look here, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 whole pizzas. And that's why there's a 3 here. So once you've figured out what your whole number is, then you can focus in on the fraction. And what I know is that all of these pizzas have been cut up or decomposed or partitioned into 8 slices. Let's look at one of the whole ones to really make that clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I now know that my denominator has to be an 8 because the denominator represents the number of pieces that the whole has been partitioned or cut up into. So I know my denominator is going to be an 8. So we have the whole number and the denominator. The numerator, and again we're focusing on the fractional part of this, not the whole numbers. The numerator is going to be the number of pieces you have, the number, in this case, the number of eighths that we have. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's where the numerator came from. So we have 3 and 5 eighths, and that's our mixed number. So now to determine or figure out what the fraction greater than 1 should look like, all that we want to do is we want to look at all these individual pieces in here. We want to look at all of these wholes as a fraction. So for this one, since I know everything's being partitions or cut into eighths, this one's going to be 8 eighths. And then here we have another 8 eighths. And here we have another 8 eighths. And here we have 5 eighths. And so I'd have to add them all together. Or I can skip count. So we'd have 8 eighths, 16 eighths, 24 eighths, plus 5 is 29 eighths. So what you can see here is that 3 and 5 eighths is equivalent to 29 eighths. Let's take a quick sneak peek over here at the muffins. So here you can see that even though they didn't actually go ahead and cut or partition these first 2 whole muffins for us, you can see that the denominator would be a 2 for this because you can see that here the muffin was cut in half. But I'm jumping ahead. Let's first figure out what would be the mixed number. So first we have to check to see how many whole muffins we have. We have 1, 2 whole muffins, so I would write a 2. And then here we have another half muffin, so I would write 1/2. So here I have 2 1/2 muffins. Now what we have to do is turn those into a fraction greater than 1. And the way that we do that is that we know that our denominator is going to be 2 because this fraction is already cut up into halves, and so 2 in the denominator. So we just have to figure out how many halves do we have in all. And the way to do that is that we can kind of quickly partition or cut these into halves. Not my greatest half over here, but it's okay. And we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 halves. So now we know that 2 1/2 is equivalent to 5 halves. All right, so that was your little hint there. I'm going to let you finish the rest of this out today, and I hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you in our Google Classroom.